People's Affectation story. While walking through the forest, the Buddha came across an old abandoned house outside the village and decided to stay for a few days. The villagers began to seek the Buddha's blessing and solutions to their daily problems soon after learning that he was staying in an old abandoned house. One day, a sad poor old widow asked the Buddha while walking alms,
"You look so young and beautiful like a prince. Why would you wear a yellow robe and behave like an ascetic monk?"
The Buddha replied,
I stepped away from the world of desire and the world of suffering to discover a solution for the tranquility of life and death.
She was struck and impressed by what the Buddha had said and invited him to her house for a lunch meal, which he accepted. Soon after word spread throughout the village that the poor old widow had invited the Buddha to her home for a lunch meal. The village chief and the villager, fueled by jealousy and pride, they rushed to meet the Buddha in an abandoned house. The village leader and residents requested that the Buddha decline the invitation to have lunch at the widow's home, citing her impoverished state and inability to provide any food. Instead, the village leader and residents requested that he have lunch in the village leader's home and that they have made preparations for him.
Why do you say that she has nothing to offer for food when she has already invited me to her home for lunch?
Questioned the Buddha.
I can assure you that she is not capable of providing you with any food,
declared the village leader. The Buddha approached the village leader and held out his right hand, asking him to clap. The village leader responded,
How can I clap when you are still holding my hand?
The Buddha replied,
If you can't clap with one hand, then how can you be so bold as to declare that she has nothing to offer?
The Buddha suggested they go together to her house to see the truth of the matter. When it was time for lunch, the Buddha, the village leader, and the residents went to the old widow's house. It was on the other side of an abandoned house where the Buddha had been living. The old widow greeted him with humility and served him the best meal she could provide. The Buddha expressed his appreciation for her hospitality and kindness. After witnessing an old poor widow offer the best meal she could to the Buddha, even though it was a small meal and her house was not luxurious, the village leader and residents felt ashamed by their jealousy and silently walked away.